Dah ada dah. Cepat-cepat kau. Ya. Satu, dua, tiga. Assalamualaikum and good evening to my fellow colleagues. Today we are conducting an online formal meeting so that we could discuss on how are we going to promote our latest magazine issue. So before I would proceed with our agenda for today, I would like to pass to our secretary, Alicia, to close the previous minute meeting.
Okay, so thank you, Alia. Based on our previous meeting, what we have concluded is that our issue for this magazine, this upcoming magazine project is that we will be conducting an interview with successful and educated influencers from Malaysia. So as agreed, we will conduct this interview at our conference room, and also we will hold it during the weekends. So some of the questions that have been suggested by our discussion from last week is how do you start a business and which platform do you use? Aside from that, is also some of the other questions also include how do you attract a crowd? How do you know what product you want to sell, and also how do you generate your initial funding? Now, before I proceed to the next agenda, I would like to ask if anyone would like to volunteer to close our previous meeting. Okay, so thank you, Khadija, for closing last week's meeting. I'll now record our attendance for tonight's meeting. So we have Alia as the head of marketing department who is present, me as the secretary, Putri as the treasurer, Emmeline as the graphic designer, and Khadija as the marketing strategist. So everyone is present for tonight's meeting. I will now proceed and pass the next meeting agendas to our head of marketing department. So Alia, you may now proceed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alicia. So now I would like for us to actually discuss on some of this aspect in our meeting, which is who are the influencers that we are going to collab for our latest magazine issue, and also the promotion platforms. So I would like to start with the influencer collaborations. Does anyone would like to propose any of their ideas?
All right, so I can go first. So for the upcoming issue, I would like to suggest Tira Kamaruzaman as our influencer collaboration. So Tira Kamaruzaman is a young entrepreneur. She is currently 25 years old, and she is the founder and CEO of Beautyra, which is a famous local makeup brand in Malaysia. Beautyra is now rebranded as TK by Tira, and it's very popular, especially amongst girls, and they are famously known for their blushers and high quality makeup products. And the reason for me to suggest Tira Kamarzaman is because she started her business at 19 years old, and she is currently 25 years old, and she managed to generate, if I'm not mistaken, hundreds to thousands of revenues. So I think by inviting her as our influencer collaboration for the interview, she can maybe share her tips on how do you start a successful business, especially at such a young age. Thank you.
That is a very great idea. I would also like to give my opinion if we actually collab with her. I feel like she would like give some inspirations toward this generations, especially towards girls, as she is a businesswoman of in makeup brand herself. Okay, thank you so much, Alicia. Does anyone else would like to propose any ideas? Who are the influencers that we like to collab? Okay, Putri.
In my opinion, other influencer that we can collab is with Khairul Amin. As you guys know that Khairul Amin is someone who well known around Malaysia, and I also did some research that he has that good education background, which is he graduated from that one university in United States in chemical engineering, and now he become a successful businessman. So he also like just start his business journey with post cooking videos on TikTok, and how it's blow up and make him gain more followers. And right now he also like having a couple of factories and produce his own product. So I think like by this people like like young generations can make him as a role model, and we also can interview him, like ask him about how he like jumped from a mechanical engineering to want to create his own business.
Okay, that's a very great idea also. And Putri, I'm sorry. May I know what are the products that he sell?
Currently, he has two products, which is daging dendeng and also sambal nyek berapi. These two products also popular among students because both of them is ready to eat.
Okay, I understand. Okay. Any other ideas? How about Putri Ameline and Siti Khadijah?
I agree with Putri's suggestion to choose Khairul Amin as the influencer to be invited because he has a bigger audiences. As we all know, on TikTok and IG, Khairul Amin has around 5 million followers. Um, um, and he also has several viral products such as Sambanya and Sambal Dendeng, as Putri mentioned. He also have some collaboration with big brands such as Maggi, Adabi, and Puteri. I believe that he is the best influencer for us to invite him because we know that every time he promoted something on his IG and TikTok, all the products would be automatically sold out.
Understand. Okay, that is a very good explanation. I also believe that I think that for this project, I would like for us to focus more on Khairul Amin. But let's not forget about Tira Azman also because I needed more than one influencers for our collaborations. Okay. So let's just focus more on Khairul Amin and then we can follow on Tira Azman. Okay, so I believe we have agreed that we could actually suggest this to influencers for our collaborations. And now let's proceed with our promotion platforms. Does anyone has any idea on how we could actually promote our latest magazine issues? Okay, you can proceed, Khadijah.
Oh, okay. For me, I suggest to use Instagram as the platform to promote our magazine. We will focusing on Instagram story with posts, stickers, and Q&A features. So with these interactive tools we have, we can use to engage the audience by they will be asking question or sharing this story to others. So for me, it will create excitement around the magazine timing release. And next, for me, for the timing, to use this platform, I suggest we will start a week before the launch with the countdown and teasers. So with this timing, we will continue throughout the release to maintain the momentum. So this my proposal. I suggest.
So you are saying that we should make some Instagram stories and provide any questions so that the audience could actually ask the influencer himself or herself during our promotions. Okay. So like basically a Q&A session, am I right?
Yes.
So
So
basically,
the
okay,
for
proceed.
we will encourage followers to ask about details, specific part of the interview.
Okay. That's a very good idea. Yes, Alicia?
Sorry for interrupting. So, I also agree that Instagram would be a really good and advantageous platform to use. But since Khadija suggested for us to upload the story 1 week before, 1 week in advance, I think the timing might be too short. Maybe we can extend it to for a month, and then throughout the month we can, really collect and promote, and then we can shortlist the questions. And then for the interview, since obviously Carol Aming or Tira would also require some time to mentally and physically prepare for the interview as well. So maybe since they are also busy with working, maybe we can extend it to a month. That is my suggestion, but Instagram is a really good platform, and I also agree. Thank you.
Yes, I also agree that Instagram is a very good platform as also it catches many audience so that it's easy for us to actually promote our latest magazine. Okay, that's a very good idea. May I know one more and any other two ideas that you could actually promote what platform that are very suitable for us to use? Anyone? Okay, it's okay. I proceed with my ideas. I feel like I believe that we are doing TikTok also could actually helps us promote our ideas because we believe that TikTok is a very huge platforms as there are many people have used it for like nowadays, especially if we uses Carol Amin and Tira Azman, they are also known as TikTok influencer. So that also it is easy for actually for us, which is one of our advantages because they also have like many followers on TikToks and which can also help us to catch us the attention. So do you guys agree with us promoting our magazine by TikTok platforms?
I agree.
Okay. Okay. Does any other ideas? Does anyone has any ideas besides TikTok and Instagrams?
I think both TikTok and Instagram is a really good idea, but maybe we can focus more on TikTok since TikTok is currently more trendier nowadays, and it's also really and super easy to operate. And it's easier for things to go viral on TikTok due to the algorithm, and it's simply just easier, and both for us and for the viewers who are watching.
Okay. Okay,
Yes.
so I believe that yes, Khadija, you want to say something?
Yes, I would like to add for the TikTok, maybe we can include short clips or behind the scene pics, and we can add some hashtag interview with Khairul Amin so that will many more engagement to the trending topic.
Okay.
That's all.
Yes, that is a very great idea. Thank you, Khadija. So I believe for this promotion platforms, we should have focused more on TikToks, and later on we can also follow up with Instagrams because not only one platform that I needed, I actually need one more than one so that we could actually have an effective promotions for our magazine. Okay, so that's for now, and I would actually like to ask on our designs on how I mean, like, the designs of the posters or like designs of the videos that we could actually include in our promotion. So, Putri Amelin, as a graphic designer, would you like to add any of your ideas on how we could proceed with this project?
Okay, so we are using TikTok as the main platform for us to promote our interview with Khairul Amin. First, we will be editing the video regarding the interview using CapCut. But for smoother editing, transition and stuff, we will be using After Effects. And I'll be figuring out later since we are not familiar with After Effects. Um, Animated text elements will be added to the video to make it more fun and interesting. So for the IG feed, I will edit a bunch of posts for Khairul Amin to post on his TikTok and IG feed. For this picture based post, we'll be using Photoshop and Canva. And for the most interesting part is the thumbnail for TikTok and IG posts, because a good thumbnail will be able to capture audience attention. If they scroll down on the social media, they will be staying until the end of the video. And I would also suggest that did we do some you we do a short YouTube ads. This is just my suggestion. Because instead of just focusing on TikTok and IG, why not we broaden our reach by using that platform too? But it's just a 10 seconds video, a short YouTube ads. Yeah, that's all.
I understand. Thank you so much, Amni. That is also a very great idea because YouTube also one of the famous platforms, but I would say let's just focus more on TikTok and Instagram first. And if everything went smoothly, then we could actually proceed with YouTube. And for Amni, I would like to ask, what are the elements that you would like to um include in our promotions? Because I would suggest that you to actually include elements that quite similar with our magazine issue, is include the themes of business and other stuff. So I really hope that you does not differentiate have a big differences with of the elements and include that in our designs of poster, post, or thumbnail. Okay. Now I believe that conducting this project would help some of the costs that we needed, especially when we are printing our magazine, especially. So for the magazines, I would like to ask our treasurer, which is Putri Ba'azila, what would the range of the cost that we need to proceed with this project?
Okay, the cost that we need for producing the magazine, I do some calculations, which is I targeted to market like 200 of magazines. So that printing cost that might be around like RM5 to RM10 per pages. And also it's based on the quality. So one magazine I estimate has like 30 pages. So 30 pages times that 200 magazine, it will produce like 6,000 pages in total. So that 6,000 pages will times RM5 ringgit. So the total might be around like RM30,000 ringgit. And if like we have the high quality of a paper, it might be like 6,000 pages times RM like 10 ringgit per pages, and the cost might be 60,000 ringgit. So my estimation to produce the 200 magazines is around RM 30,000 ringgit to 60,000 ringgit.
Okay, that is a very clear information. Thank you. And how about the banners that we could print? Because we also must have some launching for our magazines. How about the price for the banners that we could actually that we needed actually?
So my estimations for banners is we could afford like RM50 ringgit per banner. We might can like rent like 4 banners. Besides, I also want to add like for a cost for studio rent, like because like there's a lot of you guys saying that we could have like having like doing like a video short or anything. So we could rent a studio that might cost RM 150 to 200 ringgit.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. And I also believe that we could actually use some billboard for our promotions. So, which could have a more effective promotions for our magazine. Do you guys agree with that? Using billboard?
I agree with the billboard, but I think for the printing of the magazines, personally, I think RM10 per sheet is quite more on the expensive range, and our budget being 30 to 60,000 to print the magazines alone it could maybe cause our company to go bankrupt, honestly. And also for the studio and banners and billboards, the studio to rent the studio, it's based on a per hour basis. So if it's 150, maybe it's per hour, or I'm not sure if it's per hour or renting for a day, but with everything into context, I think it's quite expensive. So maybe we can survey other printing shops to print the magazines so that we can save more money on other materials. Thank you.
Okay, there's some of the confusions I can see here. Okay, so it's okay. Now actually I would like ask Poputri to actually help me. I would love to ask you to confirm the actual range that we needed for our printing of the promotions. So that this project will be smoothly. And also, okay, so for Putri, that's all. And for the Putri Ameline, I feel like you should also have find more information or contact the multimedia department for a better ideas on how we should design our magazine, our promotions, such as posters or video or your thumbnail. And for Siti Khadijah, as we have agreed that we could actually use Instagrams and TikToks, I would like for you to actually investigate more on how which would be the most effective one, and we could focus on that platform more. So you should have investigate on the effective of the views or attentions that we could actually use that as our promotions for better promotions. Okay. So I feel like that is all for our discussion for now. So do you guys agree with all the ideas? We have agreed that the influencers would be Khairul Amin as the main one, but let's not forget about Tira Azman. And the platforms that we use for our promotion would be Instagram and TikTok. And if everything went smoothly, we could proceed with YouTube Shorts. And for Putri, Ameline, and Khadijah, let's not forget about your task. And I would like for you to update me on by next Tuesday so that we can proceed with any other agenda for this project. Okay, now let's talk about any other business which a request has made for us to make to conduct a team building workshop for employees. So do you guys have any ideas on what kind of workshop that we could make for this for the employees?
Okay, so for the any other business, I would like to suggest an upskilling workshop, which is focusing on Adobe Photoshop and how to utilize the software. This is because I think it's a good opportunity to enhance our colleagues' soft skills, and it will also be beneficial for future magazine projects as they can leverage their Photoshop knowledge. Aside from that, I also think it can improve our colleagues' Photoshop proficiency, as well as encourage collaboration between our designers and non-designers, which encourages teamwork in our office. So that is my suggestion.
Okay, so you would like to propose the idea of doing an Adobe Photoshop
Yes.
as our one Okay, workshop. Okay, I understand, which is like a graphic working, isn't it?
Yep.
We
Yes.
okay. So
Graph.
any ideas, any other ideas on what kind of workshop that we could conduct?
Mm.
Yes, Khadija, you can propose
For
your idea.
me, I interested with Alicia with ideas, and we can conduct in the design meeting room or creative studio in our office, so that our participant can use desktop computers and use the Adobe Photoshop version.
Oh, so you're agreeing on conducting an Adobe Photoshop as our workshop. Okay. So does anyone agree? How about Putri and Putri Amberlin? Do you guys agree with conducting Adobe Photoshop as one of the team building workshop for our employees?
Yes, I agree.
I agree.
Yes, I also agree. I also want to suggest like a days to having that Photoshop workshop, which is on the weekend, which is I believe that on the weekdays everyone was tired, mentally tired with their own work. So I suggest to have the workshop on the weekend so that everyone has mentally rest, so that they can learn to conduct the adult Photoshop more more what we call like we can handle it smoothly.
Okay, that is a very good idea. So we are conducting like Adobe Photoshop as our team building workshop, and we have agreed on doing on weekends, and we also have agreed that we could conduct in our office building that has desktop, so that these employees could use the I'm sorry, the desktop, so that we could use the applications of Adobe that have featured in the desktop. Okay, so that is a very great idea. I have received a clear visions on what kind of workshop that we could use. So that is very great. Thank you so much for all of you. You guys have done an excellent role in conducting this meeting. Thank you so much for that. So I would like to pass to Alicia to confirm the next meeting that we would handle.
Okay, so thank you, Alia. So to confirm our next, I believe, follow-up meeting regarding this project, is that what you mean? Okay, so maybe we can have another meeting in 2 weeks' time, so everyone can slowly do and start working on the roles that Alia has delegated just now, and then we can update on our tasks in 2 weeks' time. And for the minute of meeting, I'll have it updated to Alia as the head of marketing department as soon as possible. Right, thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for attending this meeting. I'll see you on the next meeting.
Okay, so thank you, everyone. Thank you, Alia.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.